this is Divine Design Tarot. Thank you so much for being here today. Today, the reading's topic is how to bring more magic into your life. And I asked your spirit guides and the spirit of magic to join us and work with us during this reading. I left the reading pretty open when I was shuffling the cards and working with your spirit guides and the spirit of magic. However, I am recording this after I have already interpreted the cards for all the groups, and it seems that the general theme of these readings pertain to letting go of certain blockages, hindrances, ways of thinking, things of that nature, in order to be in the best position to be an active, conscious creator. And this will open you up to welcoming in an infinite amount of magical possibilities and wielding your creative power. So let me name off the groups, number off the groups. We have group number 1 with pistachio calcite. We have group number 2 with carnelian. And we have group number 3 with a celestite crystal. So please take your time, maybe do a little meditation, take a few deep breaths, and really think about the topic of how to bring more magic into your life, and then pick the group that you resonate with the most. Alright, so I'm going to get started, and I will meet you at your reading. Hi, thank you so much for being here. This reading is for all those who chose group number 1 and who were drawn to this pistachio calcite. So as you can see, I already shuffled the cards, I have your spread here, and I'm just going to jump right into it. Firstly, I want to point out that you chose group number 1, and then we have the Magician card here, which is associated with the number 1. This means that this card is important as it literally and metaphorically lies at the center of the spread. But I'm actually going to start off with the tarot card, the 9 of Pentacles, to the left over here. With the 9 of Pentacles facing into the Magician, you are being asked to learn how to love the magician within. I'm seeing this with the symbology represented by this pink rose that appears to be held. The numerous clouds in the background represent a busy subconscious mind. I feel like you have been having racing thoughts and worries related to this Magician card that we have here. For example, you may have been wondering why your manifestations have not materialized yet or in the way you expected them to. You may be questioning your ability to manifest. And this relates to the Magician card in reverse, which talks about having imposter syndrome, feeling like you are an imposter. This can refer to your ability to create, manifest, or it can refer to your knowledge and skills. This mindset can limit the opportunities you allow for yourself because there is this lack of confidence attached to it. However, there is such beautiful subtext in this card, even though it is in the reverse position. Because this means that you actually do have the ability to embody the magician in the upright position and exercise your infinite inner power. In fact, this is who you naturally are. You are the magician. You are a master manifester. You are a master creator. You have the ability to merge non-physical and physical intentions to welcome in materialized manifestations. Now, going back to the Nine of Pentacles, this card also indicates who you naturally are. This means that you are meant to live an abundant, comfortable, luxurious life in whichever way is perfect for you. This can also mean that you are meant to be in a position of authority or work as your own boss. Now let us take a look at the Moon card. This card's meaning and its imagery indicate that a certain perspective may be blocking your ability to create or manifest in your fullest capacity. And I just want to tell you, trust in your spirit guides and the spirit of magic who is here with us in this reading right now, that you are powerful. I know you don't feel like that right now, especially with this Magician in reverse, this imposter syndrome energy going on, but you are powerful. So going back into the Moon card, as you can see, the birds sitting on this moon seem to be made out of leaves. This represents the idea of an illusion, something that looks real, but it is not real. It is not portraying the truth. With the surrounding cards, this illusion may be talking about the facade of being an imposter or not seeing yourself as you truly are. So you are being reminded that you truly are a being of infinite power and you have an innate ability to manifest. You are someone who is meant to have an abundant, luxurious, comfortable, and successful life that matches your creative vision. With that, your spirit guides and the spirit of magic would like you to see beyond this illusion, this facade, and see who you truly are. This is the key to unlocking your true magical potential and opening up space for more magic to enter into your life. The imagery of the Moon card shows a person building up this illusion and another taking away stones to deconstruct this illusion. This represents the idea of feeding into thoughts and worries related to the Magician card in reverse, that imposter syndrome that we were talking about. The other person in the card's imagery represents your present and future self, who is working to deconstruct this illusion and change your way of thinking. Like this figure, you will be walking away from this illusion that you have subconsciously created. The energy of this card reminds me of when the moon transitions from a new moon to a full moon. During a new moon, the Earth's shadow blocks the moon. But as the moon moves in its orbit around Earth, this shadow gradually clears away and the moon becomes full and bright once again. I'm feeling like you are on this journey right now. The illusion of the Magician in reverse will be cleared away, and you will be able to see clearly who you truly are. Now let's take a look at your oracle cards for any last minute messages. I'm going to look at this one over here. We have Halls of Learning. Let me bring it up to the camera so you could see the card and its description at the bottom. So I don't usually shuffle oracle cards in a way for them to fall out in the reverse position. Since this one is in the reverse position, I'm taking it as establishing a connection with your second oracle card here. So the oracle card does not have the opposite meaning or reverse meaning attached to it. It is simply establishing a connection with this other oracle card. But let me talk about this one first. The card Halls of Learning talks about learning a great lesson. That great lesson is probably going to be described in the next oracle card since they do share a relationship. And let's just get into this next oracle card, because I feel like this is more important to the spread. It carries more weight, more meaning. This card here is called the Joyful. And it also this card has an affirmation on the back. It says, "I know that the purpose of life is to be happy and live purposefully." Wow, that goes really well with the other oracle card. So you are learning that your purpose is to be happy in life. Before incarnating as a human, you probably wrote in your soul's contract and chose to have a life filled with joy and purpose. And actually, that ties into the Nine of Pentacles again, too, because we were talking about you are meant to live a life full of abundance, success, prosperity, luxury, all the comforts that life can offer. And part of that abundance is an abundance in joy, because abundance does not purely focus on the material aspects of life. So the lesson here that we were talking about in the Halls of Learning oracle card is realizing this, your purpose in living with joy and purpose. Realizing this to maximize your full creative and magical potential. As you can see in the imagery of the oracle card, the Joyful, this figure has wings, and the wings are actually made out of flower petals. From this imagery, I'm getting a very specific message coming through that connecting with nature will feel freeing to you. Connecting with nature will also help you connect with the life force inside yourself and aid in your understanding that you really are the embodiment of the magician in the upright position. You are not an imposter. Connecting with nature will also help you connect with joy and realize that it is written in the stars, so to speak, for you to live a happy life, an abundant life. There are and always will be opportunities to experience joy within yourself and joy with life's experiences. Even when things look bleak and hopeless, allow yourself to feel joy, see the beauty in the creation all around you and within yourself, and find delight in the simple things in life. I'm going to leave off the reading with that message. If you feel called to do so, please send me a like, comment, subscribe, or donate to the channel. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can visit my website at divinedesigntarot.com, and the details will also be provided in the description box below. Any support for this channel and my passion is so greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your reader. I am sending you love and light and wishing you all the best. Until the next reading, goodbye. Hi, thank you so much for being here. This reading is for all those who chose group number 2 and were drawn to this carnelian crystal. So today's spread, we have 3 tarot cards and 2 oracle cards. And since I already shuffled the cards, I'm just going to get right into the interpretation of them. I want to start off by saying that the energy I'm feeling with this group is that you have not been feeling like yourself. We're going to get into that deeper in this reading, but I can already tell that this is going to be a major theme of your reading today. This lack of clarity about yourself and vision for your own future has been clouding your magical potential and manifestation skill. So let's start off with the Queen of Wands in reverse. The fact that you got the Queen of Wands card tells me that you are usually enigmatic, full of energy, and passionate. However, since this card is in the reverse, this tells me that you have not been feeling like your usual self. I'm getting an energy of feeling disempowered, dismembered, like parts of yourself are missing. They're out of place or out of balance. It's an energy of feeling disimpassioned and possibly even lethargic. You may have been feeling a lack of motivation to engage in the things that you once enjoyed. The traditional interpretation of this card can give some insight as to why you have been feeling this way. This card talks about someone in your life who is domineering, aggressive, cold, or jealous. They are abusing their power in a way to control you, to stifle your light, your magic. Your spirit guides and the spirit of magic would like you to know that if there is someone like this in your life, they are acting this way because on some level they are subconsciously jealous of you or threatened of you. So please do not take their behavior personally or take it to heart. I also want to point out that the Queen of Wands card is pointing into the next card, which is the Page of Cups. This is showing that the Page of Cups is related to the Queen of Wands in reverse. With the Page of Cups, I'm receiving a specific message from the imagery and energy of this card. As you can see in the background, there are a crowd of individuals in the shadows with displeased faces, standing in judgment. To me, this is representing the critics in your life, which could well include the person that we referenced in the Queen of Wands in reverse. These critics attack you and devalue your ability to create, to manifest, to bring magic into your life. They simply do not understand you, your ideas, or your creations. But that has everything to do with where they are in their journey and nothing to do with you. The energy I am getting about these people indicates that they are criticizing and devaluing you because of their own insecurities, fears, and self-limiting beliefs, their own shadows that is literally and metaphorically represented. This crowd of critics is in the shadows. I connect the background of tarot cards to the subconscious mind. Since this crowd of people are in the background, this gives another message in that you may have internalized the voices of these external, these outside critics. So you may have internalized the untruthful words of this crowd of critics. I see here how you are being represented by this figure in the card who is sitting down. While you are trying to figure out your vision, your unique vision for your life, future, what you want to create with your magical abilities, these critics are in the back of your mind. It's like the internalized messages of these critics, this crowd of critics, are clouding your ability to dream of what is possible, to receive messages openly about your path, because that is also related to the traditional interpretation of the Page of Cups, receiving messages, being open to receiving. This message is being repeated by the Ace of Swords in reverse, this card right here. This card traditionally talks about feeling confused, being overly judgmental, feeling insecure about oneself, one's dreams, and as a result, exercising poor judgment. However, since you are acknowledging through watching this reading that the voice in the back of your mind that tells you to judge, to criticize, to devalue yourself and your ability to manifest your dreams, that this voice comes from others. It has not originated from you. This voice originated outside of yourself. It is not of you. And as you come to terms with this truth, you will gain a lot more clarity. I feel you becoming more focused on envisioning your dreams of what you would like to manifest and take steps for them to materialize. Because that would be the Ace of Swords in the upright position. And I do see this going into the upright position of you gaining clarity in what you would like to create in your life, what magic you would like to bring in. And as you understand and then let go of the inner critic, the voice inside you that tells you you can't do something, this will free your mind. You will be receiving messages effortlessly. You will be a lot more inspired, passionate. You will be receiving so many good ideas that you won't even know what to do with them. Yes, I'm seeing you taking on a new mindset that is productive and serves you and serves your vision for the future. Now let us move on to your oracle cards for any other additional messages from your spirit guides and the spirit of magic. I'm going to start over here with the Sovereign, because I see that the Ace of Swords is establishing a connection with this oracle card. With the Ace of Swords facing into the Sovereign, I'm sensing a transformation. This is coming through with the figure on this card having butterfly wings. The new mindset that we talked about in the Ace of Swords will bring transformation that is characterized by connecting with and becoming your most authentic self. In combination with the Queen of Wands energy, and this card is called the Sovereign. You are a queen. You are naturally full of passion and zest for life. You are someone who pours your all into everything you do. This is such an admirable quality. Others are drawn to you, drawn to your energy and to your passion. They are inspired by you. This is your most authentic self. This is what your spirit guides and the spirit of magic are showing me of you, your true self. So on each one of these cards, there is an affirmation on the back. I would like to read that. The affirmation says, I am my authentic self, and no one has dominion over me. Wow, this aligns perfectly with the rest of the reading, especially with what we were talking about in the Queens of Wands in reverse. I was picking up on that feeling of feeling stifled or controlled by someone else. So it would be a good idea to say this affirmation with intention, especially in moments when others criticize you or you find yourself critiquing yourself internally. This act will establish a new mindset, like we talked about in the Ace of Swords card, a new mindset, and help bring in this transformation towards your most authentic self. This is a reminder from your spirit guides and the spirit of magic that only you have power over yourself. You are the supreme ruler of yourself. You have the divine right to rule your own life and be left alone to do so. You are more than good enough. You deserve fair treatment and sovereignty over your mind, body, and spirit without having to ask for anyone's permission. This card also comes with the message that by stepping into your most authentic self, you will intuitively know which people will be open to your ideas and self-expression. And that's going back into this Page of Cups. Because like I mentioned before with this crowd of critics, these people who are critiquing you, devaluing you, they simply do not understand you. They don't understand your ideas, your dreams, visions for the future. They don't understand. They're not at a place where they can understand. So I see you as you move toward this transformation. I don't know, is it a transformation or is it coming back to yourself? Because it's you rediscovering and connecting with the truest parts of yourself, your most authentic self. But anyway, you will intuitively know which people will be open to your ideas and the way you express yourself. You will come to know who you can trust with sharing your dreams and visions for the life you would like to create. Moving on to your last oracle card over here, we have Sacred Inner Space. At the bottom it reads Sacral Chakra, Tenderness, Sensuality. So I want to mention that when I was shuffling the cards for this reading, this card in particular literally fell out onto my chest, which gives extra emphasis to the message behind this card. That event was showing me that this card is very important for you. I'm getting a specific piece of advice from this card, from your spirit guides, and the spirit of magic. They are suggesting to use your sacral chakra. It is the chakra, I believe it's 2 inches above your belly button. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But Anyway, getting back to the piece of advice. So they're suggesting to use your sacral chakra to transmute the misuses of power from others. You're transmuting these abuses or misuses of power into your own inner power, into creative power, into manifesting and creating the life, the vision for your future that you desire. And this can be, again, tied back to the Queen of Wands in reverse when we talked about someone acting domineering, aggressive, cold, or jealous. So when someone acts like this towards you, this energy can be transformed and utilized by activating your sacral chakra. This can be done through a guided meditation, or you can simply state with intention that you are activating your sacral chakra to transmute others' misuses of power into usable, productive energy. Connecting with your sacral chakra will also help you connect with your most authentic self, the sovereign within, this Queen of Wands energy that is inside of you. Connecting with your sacral chakra will also assist you in taking control of your life, of what you intend to create, without allowing anyone to have dominion or power over you. I'm feeling a huge weight being lifted off of you. You are going to feel free to create all you want without limits, and allow this magic to flow into your life. Okay, I'm going to leave off the reading with that message. If you feel called to do so, please send me a like, comment, subscribe, or donate to the channel. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can visit my website at divinedesigntarot.com, and the details will be provided in the description box below. Any support for this channel and my passion is so greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your reader. I am sending you love and light and wishing you all the best. Until the next reading, bye! Hi! This reading is for everyone who chose group number 3 or were drawn to this celestite crystal. So as you can see, I already shuffled the cards and I'm going to get right into the interpretation of them. Let's start off with your first tarot card. We have the Temperance card in reverse. The energy I'm receiving from this card is one of imbalance. More specifically, this imbalance is in terms of placing more emphasis, focus, and attention onto the lower energy chakras. These are the chakras that are based in the physical realm. I'm specifically getting the root chakra and sacral chakra. I'm feeling a hypervigilance when it comes to fulfilling your physical needs and desires. We will get deeper into this topic when we get into your other tarot card here. We have the Devil. But going back to the Temperance card in reverse, I'm receiving the message from your spirit guides and the spirit of magic that you could bring more magic into your life by focusing on developing a higher consciousness that extends beyond survival mode, beyond your physical sense of self, beyond the focus of fulfilling your physical needs and desires. Keep in mind that we are not villainizing this way of thinking, as it does serve a valuable purpose. However, your soul is ready for evolution. You are at a place in your life in which you are comfortable enough, you have enough, and so you can move forward beyond merely surviving. It is time to thrive, not just survive. I'm feeling a sense of resistance towards this that relates to your habits and typical way of thinking. Again, we will touch upon that when we get to the Devil card. In the past, there were events in your life that forced this survival mindset on you. I feel that you may be having some trouble in letting this go. A survival mindset may still be useful in certain situations, but it doesn't need to be the main or primary source of thinking that you draw upon while living your life. Yeah, I'm feeling this struggle with relaxing and realizing that you are safe, you are cared for, you have everything you need. As of right now, you may be viewing yourself and life in general through a purely physical perspective. But in bringing more magic into your life, this will require taking on a higher perspective that involves seeing the non-physical aspects of yourself and your life. Let's use the concept of safety as an example. Having a roof over one's head and food in one's belly would be a physical example of feeling safe, feeling secure. But the concept of safety can also be seen in a non-physical way. For example, it is possible to feel safe around a certain person or place's energy. And energy is something that cannot be seen with the naked eye, yet it still exists and plays a role in the concept of safety. And that was just an example of how to translate a physical mindset into seeing the non-physical aspects of yourself and your life in general. Now let's move on to talk about the Devil card. I want to move on to the Devil card before this King of Pentacles because I'm just feeling a very strong connection with the Temperance card and the Devil card. And also, this is being hinted at because the Temperance card is associated with the number 14, while the Devil card is related to the number 15. So that is showing an association between these two cards through chronological order. So like I mentioned before, the Devil card refers to habits and ways of thinking that you have outgrown. Your soul is yearning to let go of them. As you can see in the imagery, there is a head that seems to be part of a snail's body. The head of the snail has greatly outgrown its relatively small shell. This represents the habits and mindsets that are no longer serving you. They have outstayed their welcome. They played a role in your survival in the past, your well-being, but right now, they are doing more harm than good. I feel like they are confining you. They are making you feel smaller than you actually are. Just like this head that is egregiously outgrowing its snail shell. And as you can see here, there is a figure that is holding up one of the horns of this head with a pole. This person is looking down while holding the horn in its place. I'm getting that this is representing you. Without conscious awareness, you have been feeding into habits and mindsets that your soul is ready to let go of. Your spirit guides and the spirit of magic are saying that it is time to let go of unhealthy cycles and habits. These could be characterized by materialism, the way in which you connect to physical items. These unhelpful cycles and habits could also be related to an overindulgence in physical acts, such as addiction to a substance or an over-reliance on sexual activity. Whatever it may be, these choices that you are in a pattern of making are destructive. They are harmful towards yourself. And I'm getting the vibe that it's a habit. So, you know, when we form habits, when we form habits, we can engage in those types of behaviors, those actions, unconsciously without thinking about it, and that's what makes it a habit. So this is going to take some conscious awareness on your part. Again, what was touched upon in the Temperance card, using a higher perspective instead of relying on your automatic impulses, those automatic, unconscious, habitual rituals, habitual acts. Yeah, these choices that are being made take away your sense of true power and control. Your spirit guides and the spirit of magic would like you to let go of these unhealthy cycles, habits, and mindsets so you can fully step into your power, your inner power, and bring more magic into your life. Now let's move on to the King of Pentacles. With the energy that I receive from this card, I'm interpreting the King of Pentacles as your potential, the person you will embody when you consciously work through what we talked about in the Temperance and Devil cards. There is a lot going on in the imagery of this card. It is surreal. It feels like a dream that has come to life. It is the epitome of the merging of physical and non-physical concepts. So I see you transforming your dreams into reality by finding the perfect recipe for bringing your non-physical intentions into physical manifestations. I also want to point out that there is a building above this figure's head. First, this indicates engaging in higher vibrational thinking that allows your manifestations to materialize and welcome more magic into your life. Second, it shows that you are naturally business-minded. You have a keen eye, you have natural inherent judgment when it comes to what will be the best decision to make this business prosper, to make this institution prosper, to make this company prosper. You have the power to make choices that lift you up into success. I'm seeing potential for you being a successful entrepreneur, business owner, or someone in a position of authority like running a company. You have a certain work ethic, an influential energy, and a strong will that attracts abundance towards you. The reasons why you may have not seen that recently are due to the topics we touched upon in the Temperance and Devil cards. With conscious awareness of this, I see the potential of you materializing all your wants and desires through sheer will and power. This will be built upon a foundation of letting cycles and habits that no longer serve you die to make room for higher vibrational thinking and energy. Now we are going to get into the last part of your reading with the 2 oracle cards that I pulled. I'm going to start over here with the oracle card called the Leaders. And on the back of each of these oracle cards from this deck, they have provided an affirmation. So I'm going to read that to you. We have the affirmation, I know how to lead because I know what needs to be done. This ties in quite beautifully to the messages we received in the King of Pentacles. You are meant to be a leader. You are a natural born leader, whether you connect to that or believe that or not. That is what your spirit guides and the spirit of magic are showing me about you, your true self. So you can definitely shine in a managerial or authoritative position in which you guide and lead others. I'm also being drawn to the purple plants that you see above the chief's head. The color purple connects to the crown chakra, which is the highest chakra. This talks of a higher vibrational way of thinking, of true understanding and enlightenment without the influence of a survival mindset. The color purple is also related to the numbers 3 and 8 in numerology. The number 8 is about breaking old cycles, and the number 3 refers to creation, using one's creative power. I'm interpreting this as breaking old cycles that were blocking or hindering your creative power. The feathers that make up the chief's headdress is from an eagle, the highest flying bird. This is another reminder to look at life through a higher perspective, a higher lens. A higher perspective that is gained from learning the lessons of your past, learning why and how the survival mindset served you, and why the survival mindset doesn't need to take center stage in your mind or in your life anymore. The figures in the imagery of this card also represent the harmonious balance of the divine masculine and feminine energies within you. Divine masculine energy is about leading and taking action, while divine feminine energy refers to receiving insight, using one's intuition, and having creative ideas. Going back to the Devil card, there is a sense of the divine masculine energy within you taking up more space than what makes a healthy balance for you. So this could be an over-reliance on the divine masculine energy. I'm getting a specific example. This doesn't necessarily have to be you or describe you in any way. It's just an example that I'm getting. But think about a boss who is really connected to their masculine energy, except they are overly relying on the masculine energy. So they do. They tell other people what to do. They guide and lead others, but they fail to take in others' perspectives. They fail to take in the good ideas, the creativity of their employees, because that divine feminine energy which receives is out of balance. There is an over-reliance of masculine energy. So that was just an example. I'm not necessarily describing you or your situation, but I was just using that example to help illustrate what I mean by the divine masculine energy taking up more space than what makes a healthy balance. So finding this balance between the divine feminine and masculine energies inside you will allow you to make the best decisions that reap the most beneficial outcomes possible for yourself and whatever team of people that you are going to lead. So let's finish up with your last oracle card called Crystal Skull Wisdom. At the bottom it reads clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. I associate this clear color with the crown chakra and high vibrational thinking. It is reiterating that message of taking on a higher perspective, acting like an eagle, looking at yourself, life events, honestly everything, through a bird's eye view. The skull shape actually is drawing me back to the messages that were received with the Devil card. This is about learning from unhealthy cycles, habits, and mindsets, and using these lessons, transmuting these lessons into a higher perspective. This will allow more magic to enter into your life as you become mentally and spiritually open to the infinite possibilities for utilizing your own creative power. And for you specifically, since we did have the King of Pentacles, we had the Leader's Oracle card, I'm feeling that one of the best ways or the most natural ways in which to utilize your creative power is through leading. Is using your creative power to find the best ways in which you can help a company, an institution, a business, or even yourself be successful and grow. It's definitely a different type of creativity. It's not the stereotypical creativity like making art. It's more creativity in how you approach business, it's creativity in your entrepreneurial mind, your entrepreneurial spirit. That's what I'm getting for you. But anyway, going back to your last oracle card here. Through this journey, you will learn that there are no limits to what you can create. You're being called to uncover the memories of your past that are essential to revealing the truth. The truth of why you were relying so much on a survival mindset, why you may have been overly using your divine masculine power, your divine masculine energy. Yeah, these memories could be related to what we talked about in the Temperance and Devil cards. A little introspection will go a long way in gaining clarity, healing, and closing the unhelpful cycles in your life. You are in the process of discovering what you need to step away from to have a clearer, more focused path. So allow your crown chakra to be open and you will receive downloads, channel messages of how to move forward with your intentions for creation. Again, receiving is related to divine feminine energy. Your soul is ready for the next phase of your journey to unfold and to follow the information that you receive. So trust that you know what you need to do to grow and to utilize your inner power to create. Allow your inner voice to lead the way. This is where the divine feminine comes into play. Okay, I'm going to leave off the reading with that message. If you feel called to do so, please send me a like, comment, subscribe, or donate to the channel. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can visit my website at divinedesigntarot.com, and the details will also be provided in the description box below. Any support for this channel and my passion is so greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your reader. I'm sending you love and light and wishing you all the best. Until the next reading, bye!